Give me the beat, I'ma body it. Pull my shit and bang. Hip hop, I embody it. Hit the scene and do my thing. I'm over your head in esophagus.
What up, guys? Welcome back. My name is AT from Headcrack Studios, and today I will be giving you a tutorial about delay. Specifically, one of the plugins that I love using is called H-Delay from Waves. But all the parameters and all the controls and the knobs, they're basically standard for any delay. So hopefully you guys can take what I give you and apply it to any delay. And this is good because this can go across any DAW as long as you have a delay on your, a delay plugin, I should say, in your DAW, you'll be fine. And if you have an H-Delay, even better because you can follow along word for word. So with that said, I just want to play the song. It is my song called Jesters. I did use a lot of delay on this, so that's why I want to play it really quick so you guys can get a feel for it. So let me just run through it real quick. Quick disclaimer, pardon any kind of latency or clicks. I am screen recording and I have every plugin loaded up, so it might be a little heavy on my computer, but let's go.
Give me the beat, I'ma body it. Hip hop, I embody it.
Ever talk that way to me? I just remember what Huey Long said, that every man's a king and I'm the king.
Give me the beat, I'ma body it. Pull my shit and bang. Hip hop, I embody it. Hit the scene and do my thing. I'm over your head in esophagus. You a bitch and you got bangs. Solo was killer, a solo man, don't make him dolo and don't need a game.
All right, cool. So as you can hear the delay happening at the ending of my words, and especially on this track, which is the one I'm going to use. It's called the ad-lib track. So the ad-lib track, I like to use delay. So let's just break it down. I'll play the ad-lib track. You know what? Let's do this too. While we're at it, turn off all these plugins and just use the ones that I used on the ad-lib. That way we leave some CPU. So let's see. This is the one. All right. So this is the track, the H-Delay that I use for this record. And it's already timed and configured to my liking. I'm going to show you guys how to get here. So let's just play it.
Give me the beat, I'ma body it.
All right.
Hip hop, I embody it.
So there you go. Now we got the delay on the ad-libs. So and this is a send track. I probably can do another video showing you guys how to do sends and all that good stuff and effect sends. But for all sakes and purposes, boom. So here is the H-Delay. Let me turn the mine off. Sorry, the mine off. Let me turn mine off and give you guys a factory reset of how it'll pop up. So when you throw H-Delay on, this is how it'll pop up for you. Typically, let's just jump right in. Why don't we? So mine pops up on host, this host button, because host, in layman terms, it means that H-Delay is using the BPM of the session to host the BPM on the plugin. Basically, if you timed your session to a certain BPM, H-Delay uses that BPM. That's how I like to time it. Some people use milliseconds, so we could do this as well.
Give me the beat, I'ma body it. Hip hop, I embody it. Hip hop, I embody it.
Now, I'm not going to lie. This is a little tougher to use. It does work. Don't get it wrong. It does work. But it is a little tougher. So what I like to use is, and I just wanted to turn this up just a little more so we can hear this. What I like to do is get the BPM of my song. Oh, you can actually do this as well. Sorry, we could tap it out.
Give me the beat, I'ma body it. Hip hop, I embody it.
So now we kind of got the same effect.
Give me the beat, I'ma body it.
So if you don't know how to find the BPM, or if you don't know the BPM yet, or if you just want to be creative and create your own style of delay, that's perfectly fine. I'm all for the arts. You can definitely keep it on milliseconds and tap it. You can actually tap on any section. So and the BPM section is actually when you make your own BPM for the delay. Mine, I like to use host because it just uses the global BPM of the session. So let's just use the BPM. And now when you use BPM, this is how fast or slow the BPM is. The delay. So on this track I used an eighth note.
Give me the beat, I'ma body it.
There you go. It's pretty quick, and that's what I like for the ad-libs on this. But if you want to slow it down, quarter note. Slow it down even more, half note.
Give me the beat, I'ma body it. Give me the beat, I'ma body it. Hip hop, I embody it. Hip hop, I embody it. Hip hop, I embody it.
There you go. And I'm gonna show you guys why that thing keeps playing deliberately like that. But let's put the beat on too.
Give me the beat, I'ma body it. Give me the beat, I'ma body it. Hip hop, I embody it. Hip hop, I embody it.
Yeah, so, all right. So the reason why this delay is pretty annoying right now is because I have the feedback up, which is a perfect time to explain feedback. So feedback stands for feedback loop. For all intents and purposes, what you need to know about feedback is how long the delay is going to go out for. It's almost like the decay on the reverb and all that good stuff. It's basically how many times it's going to delay. So, how long, I should say. So when you put the feedback down, it's not gonna the delay won't stretch out as long, which is perfect because you want to you really want to time your feedback correctly, because if you do put it on an actual lead or an actual double or something like that, the feedback will actually keep looping and it will just get kind of convoluted and messy. So so that's the feedback. Once again, I like playing without it, guys, because you guys can hear it better. And a good way, ready? Let me drop it down. A good way to figure out feedback is have it wherever you have it. Listen for the delay, then stop. All right, so I stopped the music. Now we seen that that's how long the feedback is. So now let's bring it down. See? Then you go down to 10. So as you can see, the tail end of the delay isn't as long. So it's all dependent on what you guys want to do. Me, I liked it here for this. So another cool effect, ping pong. So when you hear this on like some Meek Mill records, I know Meek Mill was really big on this in his early records. This is just taking the delay and is ping ponging it left and right in your ears.
Give me the beat, I'm a body. Hip hop, I am body.
There you go. It's a cool effect. So if you're gonna use the ping pong effect, which a lot of people do, I use it a lot, you're gonna wanna use your filters. So really quick, this is just an EQ. High pass means it's cutting out the low end and letting the highs pass. Low pass, on the other end, it's cutting out the high end and letting the lows pass. So I like to mess around with this because this is an ad-lib track, and in order for the delay to sit in the mix, it really sounds better when you cut some high end.
Give me the beat, I'm a body. Hip hop, I am body.
There you go. Sounds a little cleaner, and it'll sound a little better in the mix. So, and now on this plugin, you actually have analog. You have the option of using some analog emulation. Basically, it gives it some character. It sounds like the actual delays on boards, on outboard gear, I should say. And the output, as you see me messing with, that's just basically raising the output of the delay.
Give me the beat, I'm a body. Hip hop, I am body.
There you go. And if you want to put this plugin on an insert, basically you want to, instead of using it as a send, you're going to put it on the actual ad-lib track. Then you'd really want to mess with the wet and dry, because this tells you how much delay you're actually putting on the track.
Give me the beat, I'm a body.
See, all the way off.
Hip hop, I embody it.
But I did it a little different. I did it on the send, so I keep it wet. So if you're gonna do it on the send, you're gonna want to keep the wet all the way up, and then mess with the send settings on here, which I can go over in another tutorial, guys. So with that said, lo-fi actually just makes it lower resolution. It's pretty cool.
Give me the beat, I'm a body. Hip hop, I embody it.
So you can actually get away with not even cutting too much high end. Just cut it a little bit and then put the lo-fi on. Now it won't be clashing with your lead vocal.
Give me the beat, I'm a body. Hip hop, I embody it.
It's pretty dope. I like that. And if you guys want to go for some Kanye type effect, this is the modulation, frequency modulation. It's almost like a LFO if you guys are familiar with EDM type music. So what this will do, this is the rate. This is how fast it'll modulate, and this is how much. So let's just put it to like 50, and let's bring it to 25.
Give me the beat, I'm a body. Hip hop, I embody
Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't mess with this as much, but you guys can get crazy with it and have fun, have a blast. So that's it, guys. This is H Delay in a nutshell. I know it was pretty quick, but I try to keep these things quick for you guys so you guys can run through it and you know, soak up some of the stuff that I gave you. So a quick overview. If you're not using BPM, I'm just going to go left to right. You can tap your delay out. You can make it lo-fi, meaning it's gonna just cut some sampling out and make it less quality, which is kind of cool, especially in today's hip hop. Delay, timing. So this is the timing. This is how you time it out. I like to host it. That way you get notes. And I didn't show you guys these.
Give me the beat, I'm a body.
Yeah, so you can get crazy with a super fast delay and super slow, 1 bar. So you guys can time it out and play with it. And me, like I said, I had it on 1/8. And you got the frequency modulation, the craziness. You have your ping pong, and you have your timing factors here. And when we get over here, we have the feedback. Remember how long the delay is going to drag out, basically the tail of the delay. And you have your EQs here. You have your low pass, high pass. You have your wet knob, which is how much delay. Like I said, if you guys are putting it on an effects send, keep it wet. This is the output, how loud you want the delay as far as how much the delay is pumping out of the plugin. And you have your analog features. This is basically adding some analog saturation, making it sound warm and making it sound like it's from a board. And that's about it, guys. Oh, and I almost forgot. Sorry about that. Almost forgot, guys. If you click this right here, this little question mark, it'll actually take you to the full guide, the full user guide. And this will go through everything. It'll go through the backstory and has table of contents and everything. I use this a lot, honestly, when I use plugins that I don't really know and I go through it. Look, it'll take you through everything. So if you guys want to listen to my tutorial and open up the user guide, that'll be a great way to follow along and you'll get the details, you'll get the actual, I'm giving you guys my version of it, but this goes in, in depth. So there it is, guys. Once again, my name is AT, and I hope you guys were able to take away something from this. I pretty much know this plugin in and out, so it's kind of hard for me to gauge whether you guys got something from it or not. But like I said, definitely if you like this or dislike, either or, like or dislike this video, comment below, definitely subscribe. I'll be having more coming up soon. And yeah, man, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment below and I'll answer them as soon as I see them. So this is H Delay, and this is Delay in a nutshell. If you guys have this or you guys have different plugins, please feel free to hit me up. I'll answer them, like I said, because I love doing this. I love teaching you guys new things. So with that said, man, I am out of here. Once again, my name is AT from Head Crack Studios, and let's get busy. Let's make some music.